the Brooklyn Nets were in line to tank completely, and because they have a lot of assets coming in to this year's draft, and they even signed Killian Hayes at a point to complete the tank. But I don't think he's on the team anymore. But
bro, even Ben Simmons is having good games.
Ben Simmons is now coming off the bench. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
But check this out. They got a first round pick for 2025 from OKC, Houston, or Phoenix. They got one from New York. They got their own. They got one from Milwaukee, another first round pick for 2025. Wow. They're set up. They got 4 of them.
Yeah. They're set up for the future.
Yeah, they are really set up for the future. They got a first round. They only got one for next season, 2026. And then 2027, they got 3 first round picks. Oh yeah, so yeah, they're stacked. But for 2025, they have 4 first round picks: Milwaukee's, Knicks, OKC, Houston, or Phoenix. They get to choose, and they have their own. So, them, putting Ben Simmons on the bench, having him come off of that. Do you think that they're ready for tanking, ready to go full tank? Even though they've been playing well, it kind of started off real interesting.
Bro, I can't lie. I think they're ready for full tanking while letting Cam Thomas, Cam Johnson, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Ben Simmons increase their value. Because Cam is hooping.
Yeah, Cam is hooping. You think they're just gonna get rid of all of them at the same time?
Yeah, I think eventually, like slowly but surely, they're gonna get rid of them. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Johnson gets traded or Dorian Finney-Smith in this year's midseason.
Yo, it's amazing how Cam Johnson went to Brooklyn and completely disappeared off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
Usually that happens when you go to Detroit.
You would think like a bigger market would make him a more noticeable name, but he's solid. I still think I watch him once in a while. He's all right.
That's because the Brooklyn Nets don't really have a fan base.
No,
people don't know that unless you live in New York. They don't have a fan base.
And the Suns are, for whatever reason, people don't like to acknowledge your Suns fan base is pretty big.
Yeah, it is. It is. The Suns and the Nuggets are low key like they're like the Rock and Stone Cold.
Yeah.
The Nuggets and Suns, that beef between those two fan bases is like the Rock and Stone Cold, man.
Yep. Like those two, like the Suns fan base is very vibrant. So a lot of people cared a lot more about Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges. Because even Mikal, that one year he died. Like I forgot what he did in Brooklyn. Like honestly, it was a blur.
Yeah, it's just the Nets. They're not. They don't really have fan base like that. Mikal said he played for the Nets and he had no idea there was a bunch of New Yorkers in Miami. Like when he played in the arena, he said he never felt it, and then he didn't know that because he was talking to Jalen and Josh Hart on their show
in the podcast, right?
Yeah,
I think we talked about it in one of our early episodes, like way back.
Yeah. So he actually spoke on that, and then he was shocked that he's like, wait, when you guys go to Miami, there's a lot of Knicks fans there. Like he didn't know that. And I was like, bro, the Nets really don't have a fan base. There's nothing but New Yorkers in Miami. That whole arena should have had Brooklyn fan base. Like most of the people in Miami are from there.
Yeah,
it's like
they should have stick to New Jersey, but I think New Jersey, I think they failed on a new arena, right? Where Brooklyn was able to swoop in and give the Barclays since they were going on that gentrification project.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but the Nets, hey, I'm happy for them to restart. They got all these first round picks, draft homegrown talent where everyone knows, hey, this player, he's been introduced into the NBA world as a Brooklyn player. The Nets, that's one thing they really overlooked since they moved over there. Draft guys where people associate their name to Brooklyn only. Stop getting guys from other places.
The only All-Star they ever drafted since their time of being a franchise is Brook Lopez.
Yeah, but he's not gonna. He's a center. He's
not moving needles.
Yeah, he's not gonna move the. But did he play for the Nets though?
Brooklyn Nets, or New Jersey Nets.
New Jersey Nets. Yeah, my bad. He played for the Nets. They should have rebranded that team too. They should have been the Brooklyn something else, not the Nets.
Yeah. Also, what else? Oh yeah, credit to Dennis Schroeder. Great season too.
Yo, are they gonna trade? He's gonna be a nice little asset.
Yeah, but I just hope anywhere but the Lakers. For whatever reason, he always finds his way back.
Yeah, he needs to get paid. He deserves that.
He deserves it.
Yeah, he
He's been a
deserves it.
journeyman for a minute, and he's been a consistent point guard for a lot of his career.
Yeah, that's what the NBA does.
Yeah.
Sometimes they they find a way not to pay guys low key. Shit, they didn't want to pay Michael Jordan. They got sick of paying Michael Jordan at the end of this shit.
Yeah,
And that's Michael Jordan.
that's the GOAT. Yeah. And also, Jordy Fernandez, he's a good coach. I gotta give him credit too.
Yeah. Yo, the Nets, like I
I
said,
like.
they started off the
Yeah.
season interesting, but I was like, man, they got 4 first-round picks for
Yeah.
2025, a draft that's supposed to be stacked. I know
Yeah.
I know they're about to turn on the tankathon throttle right now.
Oh, they're gonna turn it on like in December, January.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're
But dude,
gonna.
I can't lie to you. I think I was watching Brooklyn for a bad team. For a bad team, they played well. Like their chemistry, you would think like it's just everyone getting their shots up, but they're very organized on offense.
Mm. Yeah, it says a lot about their
Mm.
coaching. I mean, I gotta
Yeah,
admit,
they're coaching great.
they did a nice little pivot. The Ben Simmons thing, uh, they can't even get rid
They're
of him.
stuck. They're stuck with him.
I don't know why they traded James Harden for him, bro. That was a bad move.
It's a very reactionary move.
Bad move. And I can't wait to like Kevin Durant and Kyrie when they retire in the future to kind of spill the beans like of that franchise, because I don't think that franchise was ever ready for mega stars to be there. Like they never really developed their system. Like
No,
this is how we operate as a franchise. These are our rules. They
that's what
kind of
happens when you get rid of a coach. When you get rid of Kenny Atkinson, right?
yeah.
The guy who kind of builds your identity. Now you have to start with like a coach who doesn't know how to build an identity. And Steve Nash, I think his most, I think Steve Nash like at most he's done coaching was at the Warriors as an offensive coordinator. That's not a lot.
Even the way that they went to Brooklyn though, they were like the Nets didn't know nothing about it. I was like, wait a minute, the Nets had their own plans for that summer, and all of a sudden these two just drop in front of your doorstep. That's a
Mhm.
weird. That's a weird
Yeah,
way about going about things. It's just like
because
franchises don't plan like that. Oh, all of a sudden,
everyone expected them to go to Brooklyn, New York, or
yes.
mainland Knicks.